What if coronavirus makes its way into our schools? Would they close for extended periods, and would every student have to go into quarantine? That's what 6 on Your Side asked local districts. 6 on Your Side's Jessica Taylor explains how schools are keeping the teachers and parents up to date.
Dawn, Central District Health says younger people, like school-aged children, for example, are not the most at risk for this strain of coronavirus. But still, it's best for the school districts to be prepared anyways, especially if teachers or other faculty potentially come down with it. I spoke with Boise and West Ada school districts about the plans they have in place.
We're planning for the worst, but hoping for the best.
No confirmed cases, but prevention protocols and preparations at West Ada and Boise school districts are underway. Boise School District is sending this information to parents, saying in part they'll provide information on how to continue education if extended absences or school closures occur.
If we did happen to have a confirmed case, there would be precautions that were taken for isolation. There would be actually probably testing done for immediate response, and that's a typical epidemiological response.
West Ada says they have a weekly task force meeting on this topic, and starting now, they're sending information to parents every week on COVID-19 preparations.
A lot of it initially is education, but as any of our operations change, we will be communicating that with parents weekly.
West Ada is using their pandemic plan they developed 11 years ago, updating it as needed since every virus and infection is slightly different.
All that we know is that we'll have to be flexible on absence policies. We've already started tracking anybody who is reporting an absence related to COVID-19 in any way. So we are actually marking that out.
Central District Health says coronavirus is nothing new and ultimately less deadly than the seasonal flu. It's just this particular strain that's raising eyebrows. They'll continue working with districts and the CDC to provide the most up-to-date protocols.
If you feel sick, if you're running a fever, don't go out in a public space.
The schools are already increasing cleanings and the hand sanitizer available for students, since the virus can't live on surfaces which are disinfected regularly.
It's worth being prepared even if you don't have to implement everything that you've thought through that you might have to implement.
Xline also told me there are 2 phases in case the disease makes its way to the schools. They're in phase 1 right now, which basically is spraying sanitizer, educating kids on basic hygiene, and deep cleaning schools. Phase 2 would go into effect if there's actual confirmed cases, and that would break down how they'll be classifying absences, providing educational services if the schools close, and even payroll if their staff can't work in the same building. Again, this is all worst case scenario. None of phase 2 is in effect right now. Reporting live in studio, Jessica Taylor, 6 on Your Side.